Good morning, everybody. It's Man and Don. Welcome back to OK Aussie. The cat, Max,
He brought the snake to
just
us.
brought the snake. That's what he calls it anyway.
And Willow used to do it when he was a kitten. Oh,
What are you doing, young
baby
Maximus?
boy.
It's very nice of you to bring the present. Anyway, I hope you guys are okay.
Yeah.
Good morning to you all.
Oh, meet my epilepsy bunny. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Not the same as my cat.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Hi.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Mwah.
What do you reckon about the epilepsy bunny?
Yes, we went to Epilepsy WA yesterday. If you haven't followed that video, Diane's got herself
Had to
some
get a
head
helmet.
protection because of her atonic seizures and atonic falls.
It's
Oh, I know
okay.
you want to run around.
Okay,
Go,
run the
run,
bed.
run. I've got your snake though.
Be free.
Indeed. That was one of the many places that we went yesterday,
went
wasn't
for a
it?
trip. And you know what? I just want to say something. And anyone out there with rare syndromes, you probably feel the same as me. Why was there an office for cystic fibrosis, Parkinson's,
ADHD.
Well, that suits me, so that's okay. That's cool.
Yeah. Epilepsy.
Yeah, epilepsy. But basically, they had, what was the other ones called? They had
So this was at the Niche, which is a
cerebral
neurological...
palsy.
Yep, CP.
They had all these different offices, and I'm thinking, and I looked at all of them as we went through. No rare syndrome office, not one to collect us all. One rare syndrome.
And there's over 7,000 rare syndromes.
Not
Many of
okay.
those actually affects neurology. And you're right there, because who is there to support? So this is the Neurological Society of Western Australia. It's based at the Niche building, which is an adjunct of the Sir Charles Gardner Hospital. Boy, they're expensive with their car parking. Anyway, let's not go there.
But she said, oh, you could have parked here for free.
Yeah.
You drive up to the bar, would have
Do
gone
you
up.
tell anybody?
I was like, I ain't know.
If there's a bar down, do you think you can go through the bar? No.
You see the bar down, you go,
Have a sign.
oh, I got to park.
Anyway, so if you ever do go to the Niche to visit Epilepsy WA, they
It's
do
free parking.
conferences there for neurological things. I think the
They do.
NECFS group is still
They do like
occasionally
epilepsy
there.
training. So if
You can park
say
in.
if you've got support staff that you hire yourself, I'm under agency, but like if you hire yourself, or I gave the pamphlet to my managing people of my staff, just in case, I don't know, they want some information, because
Lots of good
they
information
do
there.
have a lot of good information. But anyway,
Yep.
even if you're in a different state in WA, like I said in the car, in the video, like just look it up, because they have everything you need.
Seizure diaries, seizure management plans, resources. You can see all
I mean,
the
I'm
different
already
products.
sorted for that. You see, everything I was like, yep, done that with my doctor.
There's the Semi
Yep,
3
done
camera,
that.
there's
Yep, got
the
that.
Night Watch,
I've got
there's
that.
the Epi Hunter, there's the Guardian. All of the
They
things
even
over
had
the years,
this.
the Guardian Mediphone
They even had
device
this.
for
I was
falls.
like, yeah, I've got that.
Got that. This is the thing, and it does take time to build these things up, as you know.
Well, I've had seizures for like, what,
Plus
over
10
10
plus years
so
now, hey.
anyway.
Well, you got that ticked
No.
off. What else did you get yesterday, by the way? Kmart trip, you
So
got
yesterday I
your
got
wheelchair cushion.
My wheelchair cushion for
Yep.
my
New
22Q, and we
hard
have a
wheelchair.
collapsing spine, so we have a lot of spinal problems. So I've got
Scoliosis,
that.
yeah.
So I've got my electric wheelchair's charged.
Speaking of your spine, you got your back support brace
Back
from 8 Medical in
brace.
Osborne Park. That was good. That fits really well. Had to wait a while for them to get it restocked and get it in, but I'm glad you did. So that was cool.
Yes, and guys, I've got to ask you a question. I'm cutting my hair,
That's a big deal.
and
Huge deal.
I cannot manage it this length. Please comment below what you would like. Please,
Your feedback is appreciated, apparently. Comments below.
even send an inbox on TikTok and tell me what hairstyle picture you think
Or email.
you'd
You've got our
like.
email address on
Now,
there.
look, I can't say that I'm going to go, yes, I'm going to go with that, but I would
Ideas.
love suggestions of what you think would suit me. Now, look, there's one issue. I'm autistic. It has to be looking long, so at least be like somewhere around here. Otherwise, I'll like here's as short as I can go, because otherwise I freak out and I go, "Who's that person in the mirror? It's not me. It's not familiar."
Can she take 6 inches
But I
off?
don't want too much hair. I cannot maintain it. I'm too sick. It is like, it's actually really annoying. It's actually really frustrating.
It gets caught in the wheelchair.
Gets caught under my...
Um,
Hang
okay, I'll hold that in case you decide to throw
hold
your
my
coffee
beer.
every which
Hold
way.
my beer,
It's not beer, it's coffee.
okay? And he gets, and the wheelchair, he grabs the wheelchair bars and it's like, ow. Anyway, not his fault, but it's just my hair.
It does get in the way. And even during seizures,
My hair.
while you're whipping around and you've
Oh,
got
really?
things going on with
Okay,
dystonia and your it does get in the way. Now,
Well, even when I had to have the EEG, and I probably have many more to come, and
that's a
basically,
pain in the neck.
this, it's just, and also it's just looking, no style. No style.
So you still want to be able to put it up in a pony or a bun,
I'm creative.
Puff
I like
up, puff
to do.
down.
I still need to be able to put it up in a
braid.
pigtails, buns, all sorts of things, because
Okay.
that's what kind of girl I am. I have been ever since I was a kid. My mum always used to have me have a bob cut,
Yeah.
and I always used to be like, no, I need it long enough to do more things with. So I've always had this issue.
So we're not going
My
for
mum's
a
hairdresser.
radicalised little pixie cut at all?
No.
Oh,
No.
no pixie cut.
My mum did do that to me
Yep, sorry,
when
Tinks.
I was little, because that was before she cut it when, you know, she was getting free. If you don't look after the hair, I'm cutting it, and she did.
How can an autistic
That was
look
when I
after
was
her
about
own
10.
hair with executive
I
functioning
was 10
skills?
though then, that one. But the 6-year-old one,
You
when
weren't
she
even
cut
talking,
it,
you're still selective mute.
I didn't really care what she did with my hair when I was 6. And it looked cute on me. I looked cute with short
did
hair
look
when I was
cute.
6. But my dad went off his head, and my mum,
Right.
about it. But anyway, basically, I don't want to go that short. No,
No.
that is not my look. I know that it would suit me. I know that I would be able to carry that nice haircut, and my hair kinks out. Like I get little waves. So the shorter I go, the more wave I get. I don't get curls or wave. So anyway, I need to cut it off. I want some ideas. So feel free. Like I'm not dependent on it, but feel free.
Yeah, we'd love your feedback, to be honest. On ideas.
My mum was a hairdresser, so if any of you out there are hairdressers too,
Yep.
give me some
Yeah,
feedback.
make it easy for me because I'll be the one cutting it. That's how we do it. We do
Yeah.
things at home
Cutting at home.
because taking
I've
Dyan as an
already got
autistic.
like a good YouTube video that I've put aside, and I keep it there, and I use it, and I did the last cut like that and did layers, and it's perfect. But I'm just finding this extra length, since it's gone sort of past around about there,
Yeah,
that this is just it's just too much.
too much.
Now look, if I was up and about more and I was healthy, it'd be a different story.
Sure, and that too much also applies to the effort it goes with shampooing, conditioning, colouring if you're
Well,
colouring,
brushing's
brushing
hard
and
too.
getting
When
it
it's this
through.
long, guys, I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
if any of you that don't know long hair, when it gets this long, you end up having to get to the point where you have to hold your hair
Yeah.
and brush like this,
Without taking the roots out.
and it's just really annoying.
And you do lose quite a lot of hair when you're on the sodium valproate and seizure medications. You've
It's
had a lot
thinner.
of clunks drop out.
I mean, luckily I've got a lot of
Naturally
hair,
thick
guys.
hair.
Like, I remember my family going, she's got so much hair. All you could see was, I think my hair was buffier than my actual head size,
That wouldn't be a
As a
surprise with
little kid.
microcephaly, yeah.
because I had this little bob cut, and it used
It
to
adds
just
volume to your brain.
so much volume, and like, you know, I was just this big bobblehead kid, you know. Well, I got microcephaly, and
Yeah.
basically I was born with a lot of hair,
Yeah.
and so basically
Microcephaly is a small size
Yeah.
head
I don't need to
circumference, so-
worry about like that because I've got lots of hair left.
Yeah.
But still, this length, it's got to go. It's
Okay,
got to
it's
go.
going apparently. We just need to know how much. Thoughts and ideas. Let's have that conversation online, or like I
Because
said,
once it's gone, it's gone.
in the TikToks or
No, you know it's growing
Instagram.
again, can't
Hello,
you guys?
Max. It must
But
be come to say hello.
basically,
Cheers.
for me, I feel like that
Hot chocolate.
little girl again if I wanted to. If I go, oh my gosh. But no, I think the frustration it's been causing me, I do not think I'm going to go, oh my gosh, I regret that. Because it's too much work. It's actually like, I'm not someone that's, to me, what I value is comfort and easy executive functioning situations.
That makes sense.
Then I bother about aesthetics because I've never been that kind of girly girl. I'm sort of that in-betweener. I was a tomboy, even though I wear my dresses at times. I was still a tomboy, still playing with the boys.
Boy, doesn't that fit to that profiling from Dr. Tony Atwood,
Yeah, it
the
does.
clinical psychologist who specialises
it
in
easier.
female autism.
Because you get to say
Tick,
to
tick,
them,
tick, tick. I'm
why
seeing
do
all
the
these
girls
things
do
about
that?
you.
Stupid.
Major female autism.
Why do they sit around just talking? It's boring.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know either.
These are all
and I'm like,
attributes
yeah, nor
or
do I.
aspects of
And you know what they'd say to
autism.
me?
Yeah.
They'd say, but you're a girl, you should know. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah.
I never felt like I was one of them. I never felt like I was a boy either. I just felt like I was a nobody in between everything.
Well, and again,
Weirdo.
that androgynous state of not being
Yeah.
something is quite atypical too for autistic. So
Autism.
they're trying to work out who they are and who they fit in
Females.
the social landscape of gender as well. So lots of challenges being autistic. And if you are new to the channel, Dyan is autistic, ADHD, OCD. She has got Tourette's,
22.
multiple different seizure types, all because of this 22q11.2 deletion syndrome. That's that chromosomal disorder. She's
Well, we
missing
gotta
stuff.
fix this hair situation.
We do, actually. And look, for chronic patients, long-term patients, a lot of them who are bedbound, there's days too where Dyan doesn't get to wash her hair. So she could be 4,
Which
5,
doesn't
6 days
bother
in
me
bed.
because my hair can
It's
last.
one of the biggest challenges, isn't
But
it?
if it gets to the 3rd and 4th day,
Yeah.
it is like, because I've got like oily hair. That's what
Yeah.
my baseline of my skin and my hair is oily. So you know some people have different skin. They either have dry skin, oily skin, combination skin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have oily skin.
What am I?
So I
I'm
don't
a
know
dry
what,
skin, I guess.
what do
Because
you...
I'm not really very oily, am I?
No, you're not oily.
No. I
Um,
don't have to worry about my hair. It's
I
so
wouldn't
short
say
anyway.
that you're dry either. I'd say that you're kind of in that normal range of combination.
Right.
Normal, I think normal is combination, ladies, isn't it? So I think you're just combination normal.
Okay, sounds good to me. I'm
You're
a combination
lucky.
normal.
See, me,
Glad up normal or something.
this is the Cypriot. This is the Greek Cypriot side of my DNA.
Ah, the DNA
and
side.
I know that my grandfather, even when he was elderly, he had a lot of hair he used to brush back.
Right.
My grandfather more.
Yeah.
A lot of grey hair, just brush back. And it was a lot of hair.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's got like a lot of hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where it just comes down that line. And oily. That kind of Eastern European side of things is oily.
Yeah. And you also do a lot of things with your supplements
got
and
olive
vitamins
skin.
and minerals to balance out, particularly because you've had to balance out because of things like the sodium valproate and all those that have actually dried out your hair. It kills off
Well, it
your
still
hair, it
does
breaks and
feel it at
bristles.
the end. It's dry.
Yeah, it is dry.
It's
at the
my
end.
medicines.
Yeah.
So I don't get to have, like I used to have, guys, before I was on all these medicines and less sick, I used to have very shiny hair. I've always had, because of the oiliness of my skin and hair, it's good for your skin to be oily, but it's always kept my hair very shiny and
Good.
nice.
So you do
but,
have fish oil every day. You used
then
to use
again,
the
I used to
silica
shower
as
every
a
day.
thing as well too, which used to help your hair
Yeah.
to compensate.
Silica liquid is very good, guys, for nails, skin and hair. But I used to shower every day when I was more well.
Correct.
Even when I was fatigued
Oh, yeah.
but less sick. And I used to bath each night.
Yep.
So that's a complete difference, guys.
I know.
To
it
me
shows what
now,
you miss out on
Like,
activities
yes,
of daily
I've got
living.
a bath, but it's a different kind of bath. So you can't lay down in it, but it's just, look, it's a
Yeah.
safety bath.
Helps
it does
great
the
for
same
your
thing.
orthostatic intolerance
It
side
keeps
of
me
things.
clean.
Yeah.
And then I only shower when I need to wash my actual hair. So, yeah. I've got a chair in there. Like, I've got a chair with the back
Oh,
on
there's
it.
some change coming. There's obviously some haircuts happening. That'll be interesting. Would you ever think about
I mean,
radicalising, changing your hair colour?
You might... No. I
No?
don't
No
think
bright
so.
pink? No?
I don't think so,
No, you like your brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, like, if you stick to your natural colour, you're always going to look your best.
Well, it saves all the hassle of regrowth, doesn't it?
But basically, I mean, I'm not even getting much grey. I've got some on the sides of my ears. I think there's a couple little bits there, but I'm just not really getting any grey either.
No.
Because that's a shame. Because, you know, if I got heaps of grey, guess what I could do? Add some pink.
There you go as well.
Anyway,
Choices and choices.
you never know, it might even be cut before you guys get to... But then again, it doesn't matter, because if you send me something and I go, but we could make this into that, I could do that.
Ideas
I
are happening.
suit many hairstyles. I'm very lucky. Whenever I go to the hairdresser, they always go, my gosh, you could do this, and you could do this, and you could do that, and you could do this. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what to pick now.
They always seem to underestimate, though, how many foils or how much
Yeah,
hair colour you
it
need
gets
because
started.
of the volume, the thickness
You know
of the
why?
hair. I get that.
Apparently my hair is unusual. Are we
Really?
shocked?
Surprised.
They say, look, most people either have thin hair and not much of it because it's thin, or thick hair and a lot of it. You have thin hair but lots of it. Not common.
I'm going to show you something. I'm
I'm
just going
like,
to turn
what?
this around for the moment. Just bear with me for a second. But up in the top corner, you'll see that light. Okay, and it's an IKEA light. We've got two. We've got a tabletop one, and we also have a standing one, which is out in our lounge type area.
Flipping to IKEA.
Well, I just thought about it. It was just a bright spark moment. Anyway, because we actually went there yesterday to pop in to see if we can get some spare LED light bulbs for that. Tell them the story behind that.
Disappointed.
Why are you disappointed?
I love you for the reason of you can go back and get parts, no matter even if the item is expired.
Except for
You've had these lamps for years.
Since 2023
and before
is when
that,
you stopped
when you had the
making them.
bendy lamps, you could
Yes.
we had one of them.
We had those as well. Our house is all IKEA. In fact,
all our house is IKEA.
I'd say it's actually 98%
So basically,
IKEA.
when I went for a new globe, she goes, "Oh, we don't have any. We stopped selling those lamps in 2023."
Okay, that's when you stop selling them, but you're not supporting them any longer. So we're just going to
And
wait
I was like,
for the twinkles to go out.
Globes.
They're very cool because you can actually just wipe your finger along and they dim so you can reduce the intensity. But there's 12 LED things, and you can't go to a normal lighting shop to get them because they're specifically designed for that light from IKEA.
No one
and like I
else
said, we've got
has
two.
IKEA.
We've got a standing one in there, and that's what we call our starlight, don't we? That's what it's called on Google Home Automation when we use our voice commands.
That's space zone.
See, it's in the space zone. That's what's called a starlight.
That's the space
It
zone,
literally
guys.
is with her galaxies and the fibre optics and the mystic balls and. So let's just hope that it lasts a little bit longer, but I have a feeling that the lights are going to twinkle out slowly one by one, and then we'll have to replace it, I guess, at some stage.
Sorry, so I hope a really super cool lamp comes out before then.
Yeah.
Because I'm into mood lighting with autism, you know, and what's wrong?
Mood lighting is important, but also where you can control and dim.
Yeah, the
things.
lights hurt my brain. And so I need a lot of lamps to make up so I can see.
That helps.
But I don't want the top light on because it actually hurts my eyeballs.
Yeah, and it also causes you to fatigue
many reasons, yeah.
Also, impacts on
So I'm gonna have
migraines,
to
impacts
find
on
another
seizures.
mood lights.
Damn.
But you know what? There's always those specialty lighting shops.
Yeah, true.
Because if IKEA's not going to do it anymore,
Yeah.
because you know what? Even when I've looked at when we go through, you know, I always look anyway, even though I don't need a lamp.
She loves her IKEA.
I'll have a look at the
She
lights
loves
and I go, yuck, 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 yuck. I don't like the new ranges for quite a while anyway.
It's not just not grabbing you at all.
No. So we're going to have to go to... Look, anyway, it's one globe not
It's
working.
one globe so far.
I don't care.
It's
It is
you
imperfect
do
and
care.
missing chromosomes like me.
I know, but you do care because your
missing
OCD
genes.
is over the top
Well,
already.
that's a problem, yes, but you know,
And that means
I'll
she goes,
deal.
"Can you just fix it? Can you just adjust it? Can you make
Just
it work?
fix it."
Can you just sort it out?" It's like,
Well, it does work when you fit it with it. It goes back on.
I'm not fiddling with it every day just for it to go back on, honey.
What if it's because of that bit there that went wonky?
No, that's the power.
No. But what if that's
it's
happened to a
not.
lot of them and they've gone, ooh, we're going to get
The part
into
that she's
trouble."
talking about is the actual power head, the socket part that actually goes into the wall part.
You
It's
got
one of those ones.
electrocuted.
I know, right? Because it's so
IKEA.
easily designed, the actual capping part had come off it. And because the capping part had come off it, the actual prongs were
True
still
story.
into the actual wall. So when I put my hand on it, it was like
jumped back off the stepladder. I'm like,
damn, electric shock,
are
clear.
you okay? Like,
Yeah. Oh,
you got a heart condition. This isn't good.
Yeah, 240 volts, that's all right. It was a bit of a kickstart. Don't need a coffee that morning. If I had
You
long
don't
hair, it would be
drink
right up there
coffee.
too. Anyway,
Oh, see, my hair's
maybe that's why
annoying
they've
me.
discontinued it.
It's annoying me. And so
I
if I
know.
do this,
Yeah, into your shirt.
it tickles my back.
Oh god, that's another sensory nightmare. That's why you
Okay,
cut all the
see-
labels
see,
off.
This is what it would look like if it was shorter.
Well, there you go, right?
That's too
That's
short.
too short. It needs to be like,
Jeez.
That's-
He's very fussy, isn't he?
I bloody well am. I gotta live with it.
He's
Just
got to live with it.
kidding.
You know, I've said to him, he's got equal say because
I've got land rights.
I need a
This is
male.
the Marbo.
I need a male input. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm a male input.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need male input.
Oh, good.
But anyway,
I'm
that's short
always
hair for
happy
you.
whatever you do.
Boom.
Trust me. Sounds
I
good.
used to have a friend when I met him.
Yep, you did. Hey, you also were blonde when I met you, so come on,
No, I had
that's trick me.
streaks of blonde,
I'm
dude. There's a
teasing.
difference. I was a
She
brunette.
was permed, but that was the 80s. Of course, you know what a
Yeah,
tight
it was
perm
a
is like.
washing up. It was a perm that was like leaving town.
Leaving
it wasn't
town.
a fresh perm.
Right. It was still
No,
a tight
that's-
perm.
Look, when you're a dancer and you're told to curl your hair all the time, it's easy to get a perm and then straighten it with your crimper.
Right.
This is what us girls used to do.
On the days you
Straighten it
need
with
straight
the
hair.
crimper when you need a straight hair, you need a different hair design for that routine.
Okay.
Oh, every routine has a different hairstyle, guys. Can you imagine? We used to get home and you'd come home and you go in the shower and you wash your hair and you'd be like my wedding night. Oh my gosh. You were like, are you okay in there? I'm like, nah, help. Like, this is rubbish. I had all these pins of pearls in my hair. There was so much hairspray and whatever else the hairdressers put in there.
I think you just affected the ozone layer back there.
And I'm like, the hotel shampoo's run out. I'm in trouble. So you go found some more.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is in the middle of the night.
This is what you're doing. You're reading.
Because I'm in a sensory nightmare. Because I'm like, I've got like buttons all the way back down to my dress, down to my butt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he's going, oh my goodness.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like,
you wouldn't want to get out of there in an emergency or anything like that. I mean, seriously.
No.
Slow and steady won the race of that night.
Like when they put it all on me and they hide my hoop to make it stick out. And I said, I need to go toilet. And all the ladies, because everyone was around going, oh, and I'm like, I'm in my underwear.
Yeah.
I'm in my underwear. The dress isn't even on yet. And I'm like, I'm not feeling comfortable. And all these women, you know, you have all this, because this is just the tradition of it, right? Back then. This is how
they're
it
all
was.
being dressed up Barbies by the sound of it to me. You're the Barbie doll, they're dressing you up.
And I'm like...
and no surprise that you need to go to the toilet straight away.
And,
it's
and they all go, oh dear, okay, right, teamwork.
Oh, God. They should have thought about that one. A bit of forward planning, people. Don't you know her by now? Seriously, if she doesn't go to the toilet 35 times in a day, there's no one's business.
My mum would say, we're going out and go to the toilet. To me specifically.
Yeah.
Very much. Go to the toilet.
Yeah.
Go out.
Yep.
Why go to the toilet?
Yesterday was a prime example of that.
Mum would be like,
we went out.
And then Mum
she was told to go to the toilet before going.
No, but Mum would get asked. Like, oh, we'd be somewhere and she'd go, oh, the toilet's just this way.
Exactly. You do. I'm the same thing. I know exactly where every toilet is now.
Mums would go, what? How do you know so well where this toilet is? She goes, I've got a child, son. Yeah, no, I know every public toilet.
I know every public toilet, exactly. Yesterday, prime example, she goes to the toilet before we go out. We'll just go to the post office. I need to go to the toilet. Okay, we'll just go back home to use the toilet. And then we're off to, I need to go to use the toilet, I don't care. We go off to, oh my God, it is so like that. You're ridiculous. Someone needs to restrict how much you drink in a day. We can't do that.
Maybe I should put my nappies on.
Oh, God. But frutamide, which is obviously a loop diuretic, is designed to get stuff. But we actually balance, as I was saying to one of your carers yesterday, we schedule when we're taking that so it doesn't disrupt you going out and being able to do activities. Because you're going to be sitting around going to the toilet all the time.
Sometimes I can't take my afternoon one.
Yeah.
Because if I have to go to an appointment or we're going
out.
out.
This is scheduling timing. You've got to be on the ball for these sort of things, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, guys, you've got a goal here. You got a task. You got a job to do. You need to give some feedback about.
Tell me what to do.
What to do. Please give us some ideas, some suggestions, and leave them below. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up of encouragement.
I'm going to trick you guys in the thumbnail. Ready?
Right.
We're going to do a thumbnail pose.
Okay.
Okay. Ready, guys?
Right.
You're in on it now, but you weren't before.
Yeah. This is the thumbnail, is it? This is how short it's going to be, you reckon?
Well, this is the shortest I'm going, so I'm just like giving an example of... Is that the shortest I would go?
I think so, yeah. You and your thumbnail are so ridiculous. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Action, you're a part of the thumbnail. You crazy thing.
Yeah, and stop. You keep
I go freeze, ready? Go, freeze. The probably think the camera's broken. Even the cats are looking at us going, what are you doing?
Right. I chopped it all off.
That's not all off, that's about 6 inches off.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot.
So that's a lot if I did that. But anyway, we don't know what we're doing with it. But
we could go in increments until you're happy.
We could
go inch at a time. You know.
Yeah, you could.
Sometimes it's slow and steady. It's like measure twice, cut once.
No, you're actually right there. We should actually do that. We should actually
don't just go, here's good enough and let's snip it off and we go, well, we can make a wig out of that, you know.
Yeah, we should actually take it slow. So maybe just do 1 inch at a time.
Maybe. I think we'll go slow and steady because I don't want the shock because you can't just suddenly put it back on when she goes, I don't like it like that. Then she will.
Oh, my mum knows all about that too.
I don't like it. Give it back.
My mum knows all about that.
Oh, we glue it back on.
I've said to her at times, can you just give me a haircut? And she's thinking haircut. And I also say the word trim.
Trim.
And she cuts a lot off. I used to cry. She knows that. She knows it really well. So get ready for it. I don't
My
like
day could
change.
be
I'm an
worse.
autistic.
She doesn't like change.
Okay, I wish I liked change.
Yeah.
Because you know why?
Why?
This would all be so much easier.
Oh God, wouldn't it just
Because
be
it would be
easier?
like everyone would go, oh, I love your new hairstyle.
You
It's
take for
lovely."
granted some of the most
But
simplest
me, I'd be
things that we
like,
have to go through and the stresses
I
around
like it too,
the
but I miss
anticipation
the other
and then
because
the
it's
after
familiar.
effects. Yeah.
I'm pathetic.
This is our life.
So
Guys,
pathetic.
subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will see you in another episode soon.
Love you guys.
Bye for now.
Bye.